All right, the president's team has stepped up to the microphone. They just walked outside of the courthouse. Let's dip in here and listen.
Been more honest, coming from the judge who has already predetermined that my client committed fraud before we even walked into this courtroom. I'm not here to hear what he has to say. Then why exactly am I being paid as an attorney, and why exactly are taxpayer dollars being used in this courtroom? The answer is very clear. Because Miss James wants to stand right here like she did this morning and call my client a liar, call the company fraudulent, and make a name for herself. She said this morning that the numbers don't lie and they won't lie in this case. Well, Miss James, I have a message for you. The numbers didn't lie when you ran for governor, and that's why you dropped out. And the numbers don't lie when President Trump runs for office in 2024. And those numbers are loud and clear. This country is falling apart. And if we don't stop corruption in courtrooms where attorneys are gagged, where attorneys are not allowed to say what they need to say to protect their clients' interests, it doesn't matter what your politics are. Everyone has a right in this country to get up and put a defense. I don't care who you are. You have a right to hire a lawyer who can put objections on the record. You have a right to hire a lawyer who can stand up and say something when they see something wrong. But I was told to sit down today. I was yelled at, and I've had a judge who is unhinged slamming a table. Let me be very clear. I don't tolerate that in my life. I'm not going to tolerate it here. And you know what? You shouldn't either.
Wow, now that, my friends, was the amazing Trump attorney Alina Habba raining fire on this corrupt New York judge and attorney general who together have attempted to weaponize the legal system akin to a banana republic. But as it turns out, it's all blowing up in their pathetic partisan faces. We're going to see the latest on Trump taking the stand in his own defense, how this woke judge was utterly humiliated, and how these kangaroo court cases are all completely unraveling. You're going to absolutely love this. Hey, gang, it's me, Dr. Steve, your Patriot professor, here to help you to think better so you can feel better in these crazy and turbulent times. If you haven't already done so, you know what to do. Make sure to smack that bell and subscribe. And also, if you'd be so kind, make sure to share this video with friends and family. We are once again being suppressed by big tech, like you saw yesterday with Steve Crowder and the way social media censored the Nashville shooter bombshell. So make sure to send this video around to friends and family and help us get the hopeful messages of this channel out to as many people as possible. President Trump took the stand yesterday in his own defense in New York City. By all reports, it was a masterclass in exposing the corruption of this kangaroo court. The presiding judge there, Judge Engoron, or Snow Miser as I prefer, he has blatantly weaponized the legal system against President Trump. You'll note no one is actually suing Trump. Trump is not being sued by anyone here. There were no banks or insurance companies suing Trump. No one. None of New York's banks or insurance company, no actual business entity is suing Trump. And that's, of course, because every single one of these banks did their own due diligence in estimating the worth of Trump's properties. And that's the key. They, the banks and insurance companies, determine the worth of Trump's properties. But the state of New York, through this Maoist judge Engoron, is taking it upon themselves to accuse Trump of overvaluing his properties. They're fining him hundreds of millions of dollars, and they've even attempted to break up the Trump organization and seize control of his properties, including Trump Tower, and even penalize his kids. They're bringing his kids into all of this. And so Trump yesterday took the stand in his own defense, and it was awesome. It was awesome. He demanded a trial by jury. So this is a trial that's being decided solely by this corrupt judge. There is no jury. And Trump called out this judge and basically accused him of being a corrupt partisan hack. He demonstrably has no case. The court clearly has no idea the intricacies of real estate law. Trump's team has pointed that out time and time again. They're totally out of their league here. And Trump's like, I want this sham case to be tried in front of a jury of my own peers. Either that or throw this case out. Either way, you're a joke. It's being reported that Trump just got completely under the skin of this woke judge. You heard Trump's lawyer there earlier testifying that Engoron slammed his hand on the desk. He demanded that the lawyer keep her client, Trump, quiet. I mean, he just went totally unhinged. And, everyone's like, dude, what did you expect? Trump is the GOAT. If you put him on the stand, he's going to suck all the oxygen out of the room. You don't stand a chance against this guy. So Trump, I think, is reading the room perfectly in this. He's playing this very smart. He knows the vast majority of the nation. All polls show this. They see this trial as a sham. And he's touting his poll numbers that are crushing Biden. And he's saying, that is the real reason all of this is happening. It's a scam to try to cheat you, the voter, out of who you want to be president. It's a brilliant, brilliant tactic. And at the same time this is all happening, you won't believe the humiliation that this judge is now going through due to his own bizarre behavior outside of the courtroom. Wait until you see this. You're not going to believe your eyes, literally. But first,
I'll be back.
That's right, gang. He is back. It's time to show our support and celebrate the great return by clicking on the link below and getting your very own Trumpinator 2024 bobblehead in preparation for Donald Trump's glorious reascendance to the United States presidency. This collectible bobblehead from Proud Patriots is made with the highest quality material and really is a must-have for any Trump fan who wants to send some serious energy towards what's shaping up to be the most glorious political comeback in history. Now, don't wait. There are just a limited number of these collectibles. They're going fast, and you don't want to be caught paying way more later on eBay from someone who bought one now. So whatever you do, gang, don't wait. Click on that link below right now and show your support for Trump 2024 today. A number of reports are surfacing on X, formerly known as Twitter, of course, that are showing a bunch of half-naked selfies taken by this judge, Arthur Engoron, and then posted on an alumni newsletter that he reportedly controls. The selfies are, to say the least, bizarre, but they suggest that this fellow Engoron, frankly, isn't well. Something's seriously wrong with this guy. To say this is a penchant for self-humiliation would be an understatement. But again, I think it underscores just how bizarre this whole thing ultimately is. And it looks like the courts are beginning to step in. A New York appellate court has recently stepped in and canceled Judge Engoron's ruling that forced the Trump Organization to cancel business certificates and appoint receivers. So for at least the next several weeks, this judge can't touch Trump's company. And ironically, that appears to be par for the course for these other cases as well against Trump. It looks like the classified documents case isn't even going to be heard before 2024. The judge in that case, Eileen Cannon, she's considering postponing the trial until after next year's presidential election, saying, there's just simply no way the trial could be done in a fair and impartial manner during an election season. And then Judge Chutkan in D.C., this radical Marxist judge, she just got overruled by an appeals court that saw the gag order that she placed on Trump as a blatant overreach. You cannot issue a gag order on a presidential candidate, you freaking idiot. We're a constitutional republic that does not do that. We do not gag candidates running for president. Sorry. So all these cases are just unraveling in their own way. And on top of it all, the more ridiculous their weaponized antics get, the more Trump skyrockets in the polls. So in the end, for Trump, it's a win-win. And for these corrupt jurists, it's so far a big, fat L. Hey, gang, I know what it's like to feel alone out there in these turbulent times, but I broke free. If you too have been looking for a community with like-minded patriots who are serious about resisting globalism, building a parallel economy, and having intelligent and deep fellowship on a regular basis, then you've come to the right place. In my Courageous Patriot Insiders community, we're building a close-knit movement of, by, and for patriots who are breaking free from the outrage and despair cycles of the mainstream media and taking on the fight against globalism. Every week, I deep dive into the content I can't share on big tech and give you the cliff notes on the truth of how patriots just like you are building up their communities, starting patriot businesses, and fighting the woke in both public and private. all with a few history and political lessons from yours truly, of course. If you want to stop feeling alone as a patriot and stand together with this fast-growing community, be sure to click on the link in the description below. Don't wait. Join me and my Patriot Coalition today, and let's get fighting.